Social Security cost of living adjustment to give your monthly budget a much-needed breath of fresh air. I have news that might make your stomach drop a little. On paper, your monthly check is going up. You get the notice from the Social Security Administration. You see a higher dollar number, and for a second, it feels like a win. But then the direct deposit actually hits your bank account, and it's almost identical to what you were getting before. Or worse, it feels like you have less buying power than last year. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 4 hidden traps that are standing between you. Importantly, we're going to cover exactly what you can do right now to protect your hard-earned benefits before the dynamic changes again. Stick with me, because trap number 3 is something most financial planners forget to warn you about until it's too late. Let's start with the most immediate thief of your raise: Medicare Part B premiums. For the vast majority of seniors, Medicare Part B premiums are automatically deducted directly from your Social Security check before you ever see a dime. When the government announces a cost of living adjustment, say, a 2.5% or 3% bump, they announce it on your gross benefit. But at the exact same time, healthcare costs rise, and Medicare Part B premiums increase to match those rising costs, because Medicare premiums are calculated using medical inflation, which almost always outpaces general inflation. That Part B increase takes a giant bite right out of your COLA increase. In some years, a $50 monthly raise in Social Security is met with a $20 or $30 increase in your Medicare premium. You're left with a net gain of maybe $15 or $20. That isn't a raise, that's a holding pattern. Now, the second trap is where things get truly absurd. It's what tax professionals call bracket creep, but in retirement, it functions like a stealth tax hike. Back in 1983, Congress decided to tax Social Security benefits for high earners. They set income thresholds where taxes kick in: $25,000 for single filers and $32,000 for married couples filing jointly. Here's the catch: those dollar amounts were never indexed for inflation. $32,000 in 1983 had the purchasing power of over $100,000 today. But the law never changed. So every single time you get a COLA raise to help you keep up with the price of eggs and gas, your nominal income goes up. That bump pushes more and more middle-class retirees over those frozen thresholds. Suddenly, up to 85% of your Social Security benefit becomes subject to federal income tax. Uncle Sam gives you a raise with his right hand and takes a chunk of it back with his left hand come April. Remember how I mentioned a trap that catches even smart investors off guard? It's called IRMAA, the Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. If your income crosses certain strict cliffs, Medicare adds a penalty surcharge to both your Part B and Part D premiums. But here is the IRMAA works on a 2-year look-back rule. That means your Medicare premiums for 2026 are determined by your tax return from 2024. Did you take a one-time withdrawal from your 401k in 2024 to fix your roof? Did you sell a piece of property or rebalance your portfolio? If that one-time event pushed your modified adjusted gross income just $1 over the IRMAA tier threshold, you will get slapped with a monthly penalty on your Medicare premiums for all of 2026. Instead of enjoying your Social Security COLA raise, you end up paying hundreds of dollars extra in Medicare surcharges because of something you did 2 years ago. The final trap isn't about taxes or premiums, it's about how the government measures your life. Your Social Security raise is calculated using an index called the CPIW, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Notice that title? It measures the spending habits of young working adults. Working adults spend a big chunk of their income on things like transportation, apparel, and technology, which often stabilize or drop in price. Retirees don't spend money the same way 25-year-old commuters do. Seniors spend a much higher percentage of their budget on housing, prescription drugs, and medical care, the exact categories where inflation hits the hardest. There is an experimental index called the CPIE for elderly, which accurately reflects senior living costs. If COLA used the CPIE, raises would be noticeably higher. But under CPIW, Your official raise simply fails to match the actual inflation happening in your budget. Now, I didn't lay out all these traps just to leave you feeling discouraged. You cannot control what Congress does with COLA formulas, but you can control how you structure your income to keep more of your money. Here are 2 vital strategies you should discuss with an advisor today. To avoid trap number 2 and trap number 3. You must control your provisional income. Traditional IRA and 401k withdrawals count toward the thresholds that tax your Social Security and trigger IRMAA surcharges. Consider strategic Roth conversions in low-income years, or drawing from tax-free sources like Roth IRAs or health savings accounts when you need extra cash. Qualified Roth distributions do not count toward Social Security taxation formulas or IRMAA tiers. Managing your taxable income bracket keeps your Social Security check in your hands. Never put your health coverage on autopilot. During Medicare annual open enrollment, compare Medicare Advantage and Part D plan changes. Insurance companies change their drug formularies and premiums every year. Switching to a plan that covers your specific prescriptions more efficiently can easily save you $50 to $100 a month, effectively creating your own personal COLA raise without relying on the government. To keep things simple, here is your 3-step annual routine. First, track your look-back income so IRMAA surcharges don't surprise you 2 years down the road. Second, review your Medicare plan every fall to minimize out-of-pocket health costs. Third, optimize your withdrawal order across your taxable, tax-deferred, and Roth accounts. I want to hear from you today. When you look at your grocery bills and medical expenses right now, do you feel like the recent Social Security raises are keeping up with your actual cost of living? Let me know in the comments below. I read as many as I can, and your real-world feedback helps guide our next deep dive topics. You worked hard for decades to earn these benefits. Don't let quiet policy traps pull them away without a fight. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to Mr. Retiree so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay proactive, stay informed, and enjoy your retirement. Take care.